Guide to understanding the black woman.
Look at me. I'm the black man. Me and my woman are lost, traveling in a strange land. I'm having it hard, and my future looks bland. And no, I don't expect you to understand. I'm doing bad for all to see. But all this universe belongs to me. And I plan to get on the right track as soon as I get my woman back.
Hey, Big Man, Wagwan, Jarasta, big ups to yourself, you know. Grand Rising, Shalom family. Back out with the toes, you know. Back out with the toes, you know. But what's going on, family? It's been hard for me to try to get this camera on once again. I just ran out of things to watch on YouTube, so it forced me to, you know what I'm saying, come on out and make this vid. I've been having this subject of matter on my hands for a little time now. Yeah, I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to get at nobody, you know what I'm saying? But, well, yeah, it's not like I'm trying to seem like I'm trying to get at nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help the community as best as I can, you know what I'm saying?
Woman is out of sync with the natural order of things. Can you explain that?
Well, it's a very sensitive subject, and certainly I believe that I have tried to approach it from a very sensitive angle. What I have actually said is that the black woman's disrespect and rebellion against the leadership and the authority of the black man is a direct cause of the breakdown in the black family structure. It's not an attack on us as black women. It's just saying that in the breakdown of any relationship, both parties have to take responsibility. And as black women, we have been protected and insulated from any kind of examination about what our share of the responsibility is in the breakdown of the black family. My book represents the first platform.
So yeah, whoever I can reach out to with this message, I hope you gather what you can from it. Chew the meat, spit out the bones, all right? If it don't apply, let it fly. The destruction of the black family and the lost roles of the female. It's going to be a lot to break down, but I'm going to try my best to stay on point and stay on topic and to try to handle this situation that's at matter. So let's get to it. The destruction of the black family. For like that goes with everything. Without a solid foundation, the structure will crumble. It won't last. So with that being said, the foundation that has been set for the black community is not leveled, it's not prepared proper, and it's not done correct. So therefore, everything that we build on top of the black community is not built to last. It's not built to stand. Any little thing, I have it to crumble. The black community has been dismantled since slavery. From men and women.
Communities and relationships, we have never been debriefed from slavery. Not really. We have just, we know we had that history, but we don't know how it affected us. We don't know how much of our actual culture we lost, how much of our ideas were taken from us. We know that our religion was taken from us. We know that our names were taken from us. But we don't know how many other standards of day-to-day life have been removed. And while we have adopted the American way of doing things, they have not worked for us because we have a very special situation. We are not the same as everyone else. And a lot of the people who want us to pretend that slavery didn't exist or to forget about it, they've never been a slave. So they don't know what we're going through. They don't know what this has done to us. It has made us as black women insecure.
Why
Because,
not? Well, okay, well, if
you
that's
know,
true, why not
have
take up
both
for that?
suffered traumatic loss and experience through this traumatic time. You know, we've been led astray for so long. It's hard for us to try to find the right track and to get back on, you know. Far as the black community, slavery has left a lot of pain, hurt, and a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, and a lot of bad traits for women and our men. Slavery has ruined the household of the black community. With the outcome of slavery, we're just now seeing the results through our parents and our parents' parents. And now we have the grandkids trying to work and fix the problems. Slavery have left a lot of bad motives, a lot of bad traits that's been stuck with the black community. From black women feeling like they don't need a man. Making black women feel like if your man doesn't make a certain amount of money, then you don't have no right to respect him. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? It disregards of the black man.
We have done some very dreadful things to each other. And I don't exonerate black men, which is kind of a misconception that people have. I just say that we know his side. What about our side? And we do have a side. We have adopted some wrong standards. We are judging our men many times by the wrong value system. We are using his children sometimes against him. We have been told that the only benefit that a black man provides in a home is money, and if he does not give us money to take care of those kinds of financial provisions, that he has no value. And what my research has proven to me is that a black man, any man in any home, provides much more than financial support. The man provides guidance, instruction, discipline for the children, which we sorely need in our black homes. He provides gratification, fulfillment, protection. I mean, there's so many other values, and these values are the ones that are missing in our children today, which is why many black children are in the street, out of control themselves.
If he's not making a certain amount of money. Now, with that being said, with a whole lot of things going on, such in females nowadays getting beat on, getting pushed around by police officers, getting punched in the throat, and young men just standing around not doing anything, watching, recording, you know. Men has been degraded for so long. The things that women want to see out of a man, the things that women want out of a man, these things are becoming unavailable because of unintentionally things that has been put upon the black community. Women unintentionally trying to disregard the black male, not knowing that it was an agenda set upon them to disregard the black male. A lot of women is disregarding and wanna go along with that. Oh, I'm independent. Oh, if I get an education and a good paying job, I don't need no man. I don't need no. It's crazy. Train gonna come when I'm making my video. That's cool.
How to prepare a proper meal, how to be a mother, how to just be in love in the home. Most of what our people and our children especially have learned about how you have a relationship, they learned off of television. And television doesn't represent our needs. And so a lot of the confusion has come, from outside agencies that we have not recognized just how detrimental it has been to us as a people.
Black women of the black community has been brainwashed into thinking she don't need a man. I'm Miss Independent. I got a good job and an education. I don't need no man. It's called being robbed without a gun. If you honestly think you can go throughout this world without needing a man, something wrong. Or you really don't want to see the problem because you is the problem. You need a man for everything in this world. You might not realize it as easy, but you do. Now, rather you go and outsource, it's kind of like this. If I can't find what I need at home, then I'll have to outsource to go get what I need, right? That's been the mentality of the black male and the black family. If I can't find what I need in home, I'm gonna go outside, go see if it's better options. Go see if I can find what I'm missing in home. Now, with that being said, women, you've been forced to outsource. You've been forced to go step out and find the things that you need and the things that's supposed to be in-house sourced, that's supposed to be available to you by default. You're having to outsource and pay a fee for people to do the things that, that are there by default. When you have a man in your household.
Saying nag, nag,
Yes,
nag. And
we-
that
we
we
do.
are essentially responsible for pushing our men away by doing
A
so.
lot of times, we take a position because of our own emotional mechanisms. We harass our men too much. We nag our men too much, and we keep his mind and his head so bundled up and bogged down with all of our personal idiosyncrasies about our day-to-day personal relationship with him that a lot of times we don't free his mind up to go out and to plan sanely for our future and for the future of our children. Many of them come to us every day and they almost have to do a wind test. They don't know what's going on. They don't know who
In America, we have to outsource for a lot of things that they make available. Your trash man, your police officers, your protector, your guardians, your lawn care, your plumber, your engineer, your rescue and savior, fire department, ambulance. Now, I'm not saying all these jobs and occupations only carry men. Yes, there's also women that are working now in these positions. But most of them, if you go in any of these occupations, you will see the majority of men in these positions. But I bet if I go into an hospital aid room, a dentist front desk, HEB, checkout services, I would see more than majority of females, correct? Because believe it or not, no matter how much women want to be equal to men, it's not possible. Because women still don't want to do the hard jobs. Women still don't want to do the dangerous things. Now these are things that have the majority of men, at these jobs, at these occupations that you pay for, that you outsource. When you could be getting all these things from your husband at home, your protector. You know what I'm saying? Your plumber, your engineer, your constructor, provider. These are all things that go astray when you only want to put a dollar value on the next human being. And I say human being because everybody likes to put a dollar value now. Now, if you not work a certain amount of money, you're kind of useless. Boy, that's in some people's eyes. Our women have let these things go astray for so long, and they think that they have all the time in the world. Like they think that you can waste the valuable times of your life and give away the valuable things of your life. And then when you find out that you're ready to get right, everybody have to accept you and the things that you've been through. You know what I'm saying? Because you're now ready to get right. You give your most valuable components and your most valuable time to all the wrong people. But you expect for me to deal with you, your imperfections, and whatever you come with. Everything's not on your time, ladies. Sorry, yes, ladies yes, you women has been on top of the world for a long time.
He has a big job and a credit card or something,
But don't you want to see black women accomplish something?
Yes, I absolutely do. But if we can't accomplish saving our race, then we have not made an accomplishment. We are looking at our man become endangered. He's already endangered. Over 60% of us are single, widowed, separated, or divorced as of last year. And so we're not together.
You women have been brainwashed into thinking you don't need a man. A lot of women have been brainwashed into thinking that they're a man, vice versa. And it goes to show the breakdown of the black community. The black male needs the black female. We need each other. Cause without the black male, all this will crumble. We made this. We made this world. Without the black male, all will crumble. Now we see how it is without the black female. Without the black female, it leaves our black men unmotivated, undecisive, and removed from the black family. A lot of women like to say, "Oh, I wonder why our brothers are dating all these white women. Why you always, you know?" A lot of our outgoings on dating outside of our race has everything to do with the attitude and the mentality of the black community. Like I said, without a solid foundation, structure's always destined to fail, crumble. Slavery has taught the black woman to divide and separate herself from the black male. And this is a cycle, and it's been an ongoing cycle. We have never been debriefed from slavery. To keep the black male outside the home, they come with benefits for black women, such as child support, Social Security, things of that nature, food stamps, but all inclusive to not having a male in your household, a black male in your household.
We have a lot of power. We have power to make heaven and hell for our men. And I'm saying, let's try making heaven. Let's try to build him up. If a man has his woman behind him, he will believe he can do anything. And all we need to do is to get our men to believe that they can do anything. And he'll be able to, do much better than he's doing now and come out of the pitiful condition he's in. As I said, I'm not exonerating him. I'm just saying that all of that strength that we have, let's use it in a more positive way instead of just going for self. Nobody told us that all of that being my own person and I'm independent would lead to separation and loneliness. But that's what we had to trade for that. In order to have certain kinds of success, we had to give up the man because we can't find a man who will compete with us on that level.
I know this firsthand. When these farmers go ask for help and they get assistance from these for their business, they don't make their wives kick the farmer out. They keep them families together and they get their business right. It's called separation. Once they separate the black male from the black female, there's no more creating black families. There's a static in creating black families. And with kicking the male out of your household, it's crippling the black family. Not able to sustain and teach and motivate the next generation. We got to get the black community back together, one family at a time. We got to start learning that all these traits that the Edomites have thrown upon us, it's not all good. And that leads me to say, it's crazy because everybody that's on the outside looking in, they think we having the time of our life. Oh, man, I want to be just like them. Everybody want to be black. Everybody want to be like us. If they don't want to be black, they want to be like us. Everybody want to be like us. But they just don't know what we not in agreement on how we are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you want to be like us, but we trying to fix ourselves now. You know what I'm saying? And with you trying to be like us and we fixing ourselves, you're going to be stuck in a spot. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes back to why black men go outside their relationship, go outside their race. Because we want a woman that's fit, feminine, and friendly. All things that the black community and black women in the black community has lost. I'm not saying it's only your fault, but slavery have a big part in doing with that. Fit, feminine, and friendly is what men look for. We really don't care about your job. We don't care about what kind of education you got. Because if I can't come home to a peaceful household after I done went out in the world and dealt with Lord knows what, you know what I'm saying? If I can't come to a household with peace, love, and mind, and to know that I got a spouse to take care of me physically, mentally, and emotionally, then why should I need to be there? Why should I give it my all, you know?
But it was black women who were the most adamant, who refused to change meal planning techniques, seasoning food, cooking techniques. And so I said, it's interesting. I said, if we are refusing to provide the black man with the proper physical food when we know that food is what sustains life, then what else are we withholding from him? Possibly there are some other areas, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, that we are affecting his behavior by what we do or what we withhold and refuse to give. And that led me to try to find out. We've always heard that the black man leaves the black family, abandons his woman and children, won't take care of the children, won't work, stays out all night, turns into a drunk, takes drugs. We've heard a lot of negative things. Most of them are true. But I wanted to find out what happens before he gets to that point. What leads up to the breakdown? We've never gone back to try to find out what happens in the relationship between the black man and a black woman that makes him go off and do all of these bad things. To assume that this is just normal, natural behavior for black men would be to assume that he is naturally bad. And I do not believe that the man that God gave to us as a mate is a naturally bad person. And so I wanted to try to...
So we tend to go out... Find some little white girls or some little Hispanics. If you're lucky enough, you might be around some Asians. But for me, it's been the Hispanics. I can admit that's what I ran off to.
It's a baby by ourselves, and going into other nationalities still just erases, our nation. And I'm trying to get us not to do that.
You have problems with interracial marriages.
Yeah, I'm not for that. Well, because of the fact that I think that God made a male and female of every nationality so that they could mate and reproduce. And I think in our particular case, a lot of us try to run to what I call race denial by trying to marry into other nationalities to try to get away from our own heritage. Many black women do that, and certainly many black men do that. So I'm trying.
because I seen the outcome that I was getting from black females. When I was younger, and I remember this, when I was younger, we used to go to the skating rink. And I never really went too many times. I probably went once or twice whenever I went with my cousin. And I can remember being dropped off one time. And we were skating and whatnot. I took off my skates. I was chilling. But it was this girl that I always had a crush on, you know. I don't know what happened. Oh, I think I said, I was talking to another girl. Cool. I was talking to another girl in the skating ring, and she seen me and she didn't like it, and she came over and she slapped me. She slapped me in the face. She like just, and I never disrespected a woman. I never really just like, you know what I'm saying? Even to this day, I don't disrespect women. You know what I'm saying? I try to do right by women. She slapped me. She smacked me hard, bruh. Like, and people were making fun of me. They were laughing like a mother. They were making fun of me and everything. I was like, bruh, I just got slapped. Man, I ain't messing with black girls no more. And for real, I was like, man, I just got slapped. I ain't messing with black girls no more, man. And yeah, I just from that day, it kind of stirred me. I'm not gonna say I never messed with any black woman, but I for sure messed with more Hispanics than I did, you know. So from that day on, it just deterred me from seeing my black woman as attractive. Where I'm from, black women are very vulgar. They're very a lot of black women like to be outspoken. A lot of black women like to be aggressive. And, you know, if it's not my way, it's the highway. Which deters a lot of males to try to be with the black family, you know. And now it's getting so bad to where people want to imitate the image that they get from the U.S. and they try to imitate it other places, other countries, such as Africa, for one. And I want to say this. Things that was going on in Africa and things that's been going on in Africa, don't change your ways because you think you want to be like another country. Like you want to be like, because you never know. What you might be doing might just be right. Why change it? Just because the grass look greener over here, you don't know what they did to this grass to make this grass look that green. And I'm pretty sure if all you see, it probably can't produce anything else but that green grass. What I'm saying is, there's a lot of traits and a lot of things that we've lost coming from Africa that we are trying to get back to. Things that has been working for forever. We've been, like for instance, I can say, white people brainwashed us into thinking, have brainwashed the community, the black community, into thinking that a black man with multiple wives, with multiple women, is a bad thing.
What kind of hell are you going to go through to prevent that? Since we cannot stop him,
We have not been successful. The white woman has not been successful in stopping the white man from having another woman. They call them a mistress. We pick up a lot of that terminology. But a man who has 2 women, that's not necessarily a mistress. That's just his other woman. Now we got 2 choices. We can be the woman or the other woman. We don't have but those 2.
And just like everything else, the United States, they like to find the truth, tell you that it's a lie, until they can find some way that it can benefit them, and then they make a law so it can be looked upon or legalized for the better of, for say everybody, but for the better of them. See, we had multiple wives already. Over in Africa, we had wives. You know, here they made it seem like, all these church people over here, they got multiple wives. They do the polygamy. You know, these church people, you can't have multiple wives. These Edomites took our traits and what we do, turned it and put a pause on it at first. Told us that hey, it is wrong to have multiple wives. It is looked upon to go out and mess with another woman. You're only supposed to have one woman your whole life. But then they make it to where it can benefit them. Stamp a name on it. They call it polygamy. Now they got it. Poly relationships. Oh, you can get a poly relation.
Does. We have our total emotional balance, our self-esteem, our self-respect, everything that we stand for as a female. We have it tied right now to our men's genitals, and it depends on what he does with those about whether or not
let's talk about that for just a moment.
See, this is an intense topic.
Yes,
I just never get a chance to explain
One thing that I read over and over again in your book was regarding infidelity. And let me just make this here. You say in your book, there is no history of the black man settling down with one woman,
right,
and never desiring to have another, before slavery, during slavery, or after slavery.
That's
the black man
truth.
has never been recorded to have just one woman.
Right. Well, I think there's some actual facts we can look at on that. Monogamy has failed for the white man in America.
But this is like saying it's okay.
It's not me saying it's okay. This is how they're living. I'm giving you the history of what their life is. Black men haven't been waiting on me to tell them it's all right to have more than one woman. Neither have white men. You know, this is just what they do.
So it's things like that, man. A lot of traits that has been lost, renamed, re-looked upon, that we trying to get back to, you know. Because the false society that they put in front of the world for the rest of the world to see and want to follow and want to guide by, it's only going to lead to destruction. That's why we have to find ourselves as a black nation so we can start fixing our families of the black nation.
Today, how to prepare a proper meal, how to be a mother, how to just be in love in the home. Most of what our people and our children especially have learned about how you have a relationship, they learned off of television. And television doesn't represent our needs. And so a lot of the confusion has come, you know, from outside agencies that we have not recognized just how detrimental it has been to us as a people.
We need to start loving each other more than we are. Because if we loved each other more than we did, we couldn't stand around and watch any of our black women get mistreated by anybody. It's called a sense of pride. You women want us to protect you even when you're not our woman. You women want us to look out for you when there's no men around. You know what I'm saying? You women want these things, but you're not willing to put in the work for these things. And then when women nowadays see an intellectual brother such as myself trying to set aside and do different, be different, show a difference, or even give you what you're looking for, since you think it's too much work or you think it's too hard, you like to settle for the guys selling drugs on the streets, breaking up the families of the black community. You know what I'm saying? Killing nieces and nephews, sons and daughters of mothers and fathers. Instead of wanting to work on yourself so you can be able to accept a man such as myself, it's hard for women nowadays. Women nowadays have been spoiled to the fact that the hard work will be done by somebody else if it's not done by them. See the difference? That's the difference between us. Black men in the black community, we know the hard work ain't gonna get done if it ain't us doing it. Because if we don't do it, nobody will. It'll just get worse. Continue. Us as black men, we know the hard work will not get done without us. That's why the black community needs the black male. That's why the black family needs the black male. It takes more than just food, shelter, and clothing. Taking care of a child. Really, that's maintaining a child. Taking care of a child, making sure a child is mentally, emotionally be able to express himself and go within the world a better man, to be able to carry out a legacy.
A family is more than a woman and children. A family is a father and a mother and children.
You cannot deny, however, that there are many black women who have decided for whatever reason to go it alone and are successful in raising children who are not on
they're not
drugs.
Successful.
Yes, wait. Let me just make my point now. Who are sending their children to college,
that's not
who run a good home.
I keep trying to explain that. Feeding and clothing and raising a child and making sure it's not on drugs and it goes to college, that doesn't guarantee that child any emotional success in their relationships in life. That just means they may be able to get a job. See, we have to look at even what the success standard is that we're talking about. That's not necessarily success. That doesn't guarantee us success. If we can raise up an emotionally stable child, one who knows how to carry on our black nation, who knows how to be a good mother and still perhaps contribute to the outside community, if we can raise up fathers who take responsibility for their children and who know that their presence in the home is a needed one if we are to survive, there are a lot of other things more important than us just getting a college education and a job. That does not guarantee the success of a nation. That guarantees a personal financial success, which is not the only thing that we need to revive our black nation.
Let's talk about the future. before you answer.
Okay.
Do you regret anything about what you wrote? If you had the chance to do it all over again, would you perhaps soften some of the things that you said?
No, that doesn't require any in-depth thought. I've been asked that a lot, of course. No, I wouldn't, because see, we always want some kind of instruction and help to come to us that doesn't affect the status quo. We want somebody to tell us some information or give us some instruction that doesn't require us to change. Okay? This book requires change. And one thing this book has done that I have really been pleased with.
Just be black, family. One love.